Mayor-elect Mamdani of New York City is going to be meeting with Donald Trump today. Now, why is he meeting with the president? Well, I think Donald Trump wants to meet with him in a way to exert pressure over Mamdani, trying to convince him to back off of some of his proposals. Remember, Donald Trump was trying to get him to back off some of this in exchange for not blocking a bunch of aid money and federal money to New York City, things like that. Now, Donald Trump really can't block that kind of funds, but he's going to try. He's going to say he can. He's going to just say, I'm going to do it, etc. You better cave to my will. And I think Mamdani is looking at, if he meets with Donald Trump, he can get ahead of it. Maybe he can smooth talk it. Now, is Donald Trump in private going to probably have a decent meeting with Mamdani? Probably, because right now it looks like he's got a little bit of power, a little bit of influence, and Donald Trump loves that. He loves people with power and influence. But publicly, he may try to throw him under the bus like they did with Zelensky in that meeting a while back, and this may be a trap trying to set him up for some kind of an ambush. So Donald Trump going to look like he's the tough guy, the strong guy, etc. Now, I don't know how it's going to fully play out, but this whole thing is something to watch, to see how it ends up shaking out between Mamdani and Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump does not like Mamdani. He actively campaigned and tried desperately to make sure he did not get elected and failed miserably. Now, Donald Trump is probably going to come out after having this meeting and try to say something like how he liked him and wanted him to win and all this stuff. He's going to try to rewrite the history. It wouldn't surprise me if they don't ambush him. Now, they could ambush him, like I said, but if they don't and he comes out playing all nice, expect him to try to rewrite the history to make it sound like he was always on this guy's side and he wants what this guy wants. Donald Trump is weak, and he's getting weaker by the day, and he needs wins to where he looks like he's doing something good that he can talk about. So that's why they're doing this, right? He's going to have this meeting with Mamdani, and however it plays out, it's going to be something Donald Trump is hoping to spin into some kind of a win for him that he can use, because he's losing at every turn, especially with the Epstein files. He never wanted them released, and yet they voted to release them in an overwhelming, almost unanimous fashion, to the point where he had no choice but to sign it, because if they would have voted a second time that way and overrode his veto, he would have looked even weaker. So this meeting, I think, is for Donald Trump trying to spin up and gear up something to make him look like a winner and get some positive news spinning. It's a desperate attempt from somebody who is flailing, and these attempts are only going to get worse.